So there really is no question that Walmart is in a really strange situation where they're trying to increase sales, decrease loss and theft, transition to AI, artificial intelligence, open AI, chat GPT, adding more cameras and security, which is very interesting and is going to have a lot to do with what I have to share with you guys. But at the end of the day, what are they really trying to do? They're trying to make money. They're trying to make more money, and they're trying to keep as much of it as possible. But this video is not necessarily about theft, but we're going to talk about that just a little bit, because the same devices that they're using to monitor are going to be the same devices they're using to sell your data, to ultimately increase their revenues through what are my three basic principles for 2023: diversity, security, and cash flow. So they're diversifying their income streams, utilizing these tools and features. And the last thing I'm going to talk about with theft is I think that they're actually going to start building up a database of theft so that they can then prosecute with higher dollar amounts instead of petty theft. But more importantly, Walmart gives data and analytics monetization a try. So this may be a little fuzzy on here, so I'll throw it up on the screen so you guys can see it. I want a non-biased opinion from Squirrel Tribe on this topic, but Walmart gives data and analytics monetization a try, which, folks, I encourage you all to do the same. Monetization, such as YouTube monetization, content creation, and other ways of monetizing daily activities and content that you can easily record on your phone and upload, by all means, please give it a shot. And if you got any questions, you want any help, any tips, you know how to reach me. But it says here that for years, Walmart's supplied its vast network of manufacturers and distributors with free data about sales and brand performance. Now, with its new Walmart Data Ventures arm, the retail giant is looking to monetize that type of data. And the catch is that the data supplied by WDV will be more detailed than what it previously provided and will be accompanied by prepackaged analytics insights. Walmart is the world's largest company by revenue, in case you guys aren't aware, with $570 billion in annual sales, which are generated from more than 10,000 global stores and online sales. With inflation stuck near 40-year highs and a potential glut of inventory piling up ahead of the make or break holiday shopping season. So this was written end of last year. The stakes are high for Walmart in its ongoing brawl with Amazon.com for retail dominance in the US, and it's looking to data to give it an edge. Again, the data is not only going to give it an edge on sales, you got to know your customers, you got to know your target market, your audience, which is important for creating content, by the way. But you also can use that data as a revenue source, which is something I brought to you guys before as a passive income stream opportunity using Web3 technology to ultimately create passive income revenues from your data. That's already being transmitted. You're just not getting paid for it. But it says that there are three main offerings in Walmart Luminate, which was launched in late 2021. The first being shopper behavior.
Like where you go first thing when you walk into a store, how long you spend in a certain department, how many things you generally buy.
So G.I. Justin posted a video yesterday, and he said that it was very interesting to see how much data TikTok was collecting as an app.
Yeah.
He said there was 2 gigs of data being collected as an app after his kid downloaded it and was scrolling through it. What are they collecting, and how could it add up to 2 gigs? And it was in a short amount of time. But the answer to your question is, odds are they're probably collecting a lot of data.
I would imagine they're collecting what hashtags you look up, which videos you liked, which whatever else for TikTok data, but it's going to be different for Walmart, obviously.
The data, the analytics, the AI, and also the legal ramifications. I'm not going to get into it in this video, but odds are a lot of these apps, technology companies, they're collecting data that legally they probably shouldn't, but they will until they get caught, they get busted, and then they have to apologize and pay a fine. A fine way smaller than the profits that they've made on this data collection.
We got to think about it. TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, all of them, and every other app under the sun, when you try to get into it, it's like, give us permission to your camera. Well, for some of those, that makes sense. For some of you, I don't understand. Give us permission to your contacts. But why? Why do you need this? Give us permission to your call records, your messages, your everything else.
Now, the reason why they would tell you that may be different than the reason why they really want it. And obviously, there's going to be multiple reasons, but I do kind of want to stir things up just a little bit from the standpoint of having access to a camera, because I don't know if you guys have noticed, but YouTube is really particular about the viewers watching the content. They want more eyes on the platform longer. It makes sense. I get it. Even Twitter now is trying to find a way to monetize some of the creators, but I don't think they're going to really make a dent in what YouTube is capable of. And if TikTok gets banned nationwide here in the United States and in America, then YouTube's just going to pretty much have full reign. But they still have to satisfy the advertisers, and the advertisers want to make sure that the viewers are actually watching. They don't want the viewers only listening, although YouTube is rolling out a podcast option. So I think they're actually going to create a new form of ad type that is, specific to like radio, podcast, so you can listen to the ad. It'll have a different CPM, different RPM payout, but at the end of the day, they can still collect the revenues. But with that being said, some channels have actually gotten demonetized. For instance, like relaxation and meditation channels, soft rain and ambient sounds, they've actually gotten demonetized because these videos on these channels are typically like hours long, if not running indefinitely on these crazy servers that run live streams just constantly. You ever see a live stream that says it's been up for months? That's how they do it. But they've become demonetized because people are not actually watching them. But this is where I want to shake things up a little bit. YouTube, if you're not familiar as a creator, when you place ads in your video with YouTube ad monetization, or now what they've labeled earn, they've relabeled it earn. YouTube can choose the ads that they place in there. And I'm actually going to pull it up so I can read it to you, because I was actually reading it yesterday because I was really curious on how they pull this off. And what YouTube says is that YouTube has an option where they'll add ads as mid-roll. So this is what the back end of the earned monetization tab, they're not even consistent. It says monetization there. And this is how you put ads in your videos. But there's a during video mid-roll option, and it says manage mid-rolls. So you can go in and you can manage it yourself. But it also says that by default, mid-rolls will be placed at natural breakpoints to balance the viewer experience and creator revenue. Natural breakpoints. So the YouTube algorithm has the capability of identifying natural breakpoints in your content, which is very strange because it's really good at it, because we've watched it, and yeah, it picks the perfect time to put ads in. But here's the other thing. I was sitting right here, and I was watching a video on my MacBook Air. And side note, the MacBook Air is back on sale for $799.
Of course.
So,
okay.
Yeah, so if anybody wants a really good laptop for editing, go get one from Best Buy.
I was about to say Best Buy.
So it's probably on Amazon too. I think they run the sales at the same time. So I was sitting watching a video, and then I stopped watching it. And I looked down, I looked around, I started looking at my phone. I was looking at a few other things. And I'm not gonna lie.
An ad popped up, didn't it?
An ad popped up.
To get your attention back to the video.
There was no natural break or pause in the video, but I wouldn't be surprised if they have access to my camera and they're using it to identify when my eyes leave the screen so that they can run an ad to get my attention for the ad and to bring me back to the content.
You realize that's terrifying as crap, right?
I'm just
saying.
I'm not saying it's real. I'm just saying.
But yeah, but that's why with the kid, whenever she wants to use a laptop, our daughter, she's 13. Every time she wants to use a laptop or anything else, I'm like, we're covering up this camera because I don't trust the hackability of them.
So I'm sorry, this is, people
Off topic,
people
sorry.
are like, Kevin, you take too long to get to the point.
It's 'cause of me.
No, it's because you need this information to understand the point.
Yeah.
Okay. And the
Can't
point
just read
is
the last paragraph of a book and understand what happened.
the point is the first of these three main offerings in Walmart's new data monetization program is shopper behavior, and it gives users the ability to see what the overall performance of product categories and brands are within the Walmart ecosystem, which touches 150 million customers per week. This will help them understand what loyal customers look like, what type of switching behavior is happening, and whether there are new entries into a supplier space that could impact their market share.
What loyal customers look like, meaning how many people come the same time or the same whatever and buy the same things?
You take it however you want to take it. You guys comment down below. Let me know what you think. But if they can identify loyal customers, and I'll link this article so you guys can see it. I'm not making this up. But if they can identify loyal customers, don't you think that they can identify non-loyal customers?
Disloyal customers.
Don't you think
So those are the ones when you get to register, it gives you it charges you more, and they're like, haha, gotcha.
No, these are the ones that can identify thieves as well. And as I said before, it was, obviously Walmart's not moving to an appointment only system, but I wouldn't be surprised if Walmart moved to a point of which being 100% membership based. There's only Sam's Club and Walmart's now membership. And or they're saying, you know what, we're going to go strictly online, and if you want anything else inside of the store, you have to order it through Spark. I think that Walmart will get to a point where they're going to want to know who everyone is in their stores at all time to account for any potential loss as they manage this data before moving on to a similar system like Amazon, where as you walk in, Amazon knows who you are. And whether you check out or not, you bought it.
That makes perfect sense to me.
You bought it. So just putting it out there, folks. Second offering is channel performance. It allows suppliers and merchants to get operational metrics about their businesses, including what products are performing well at a store level. And the third is customer perception. Now, like I said, I'll link this so you guys can check it out. It's a little bit of a longer read, but it may be something you guys want to check out to know what is possibly coming.
You said customer perception, and I picture me walking through Walmart being like, this son of a, and then like just all the things that I say while I go up and down Walmart aisles and whatever else. And they're like, I'm perceiving hostility from this lady over here.
Well, I
in
mean,
the bread section and the egg section, the milk section.
Don't think that they can't read a customer's and use AI to gauge like emotion.
Yeah. That makes sense. Looks like it's about to pop off over in men's clothing. Somebody should get over there.
Think about the little Snapchat filters that my kid tries to get me to do all the time.
Where you look up and it's like you're crying. Like,
yeah, but as your face changes, the filter changes. So if the AI is analyzing millions of little data points on your face with these cameras that are at far advanced. If you think it's crazy that we can record 4K on this, you should think about what they're capable of doing with these security cameras.
is it data or data?
Yes. So it says, for example, in the product, you can, it's data and it's data. But if you say it wrong, then it sounds like you're saying data. And that's just, that's not what I'm saying. But somebody was like, Kevin, you said AI and artificial intelligence at the same time. That's redundant. You don't have to say that. Look, folks.
Not everybody knows what AI means.
No, it's called keyword stuffing. And if the YouTube algorithm is listening to me right now, it's data and it's data. So, for example, in that product, you can actually survey someone who bought diapers in the last 4 weeks. You can even target at UPC level, and you can talk to the right customer for the right topic. So this is going to be like far more intrusive than just retargeting. But much like they can dial in, they can also extract. So just somebody actually left a comment. I'll let you get to. Somebody left a comment. They said, I don't even bring my cell phone inside of Walmart when I go because they're cautious.
Mm-hmm. So this is what I was just thinking, and it's totally off top. Well, no, it's on topic, but it's random. But remember during the whole pandemic, when you walked in, they had arrows in a lot of places saying you could only go this way on this aisle, and then the little 6-foot markers staying this far apart. I picture that these new floors in Walmart have like these digital screens in them now, and when you walk in, they're like, oh, it's Michelle, and they green arrow me into all the places would generally shop. And they're like, this is your fastest path, go this way, go here next.
So, little spoiler alert, I'll show you guys so you can see.
Was I right?
No,
I was about to say, oh my
I'm
God.
not going to say you're wrong, but spoiler alert, I've got a video that is sitting, waiting to be released, and here it is so you guys can see it.
What does that say?
It says, what comes next will be far worse than we all could have ever imagined. And it actually ties into a comment that was left on a previous video where a contractor is under contract for 78 gas stations in Florida and Georgia that are going to be 100% non-manned gas stations.
Like that one that I showed you, I don't know if it was a YouTube short or a Facebook reel or something.
So the people, the customers, the consumers, the shoppers, they can still utilize it, but then there's no employees. But it's ultimately designed in a way to limit theft to a point of 0.01%.
Which means no cash anywhere.
Which means they're going to know who you are before you ever, no cash for sure.
No cash
but
for
they're going to
sure.
know who you are before you ever even show up.
That's true.
And that's now. And the video goes into the development and what it takes to get to that stage to be under contract. So they've obviously been working on this for a few years. So based on what we know today, just imagine what's coming tomorrow, figuratively speaking, not Monday. I'm sorry, guys.
There will be those
I got to
people.
say it because
You said
sometimes
tomorrow, and it's tomorrow.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing happening.
So what's coming tomorrow based on what's happening today, and as theft continues to be a problem, sales continue to be a problem, the supply chain continues to be a problem, a labor shortage continues to be a problem, which, is there a labor shortage or did we add 517,000 jobs in January or December? Which one is it? Like, that's another video.
Okay.
Subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications. That's
Now I'm
coming
curious.
soon. But moving forward, it's going to be probably like that green arrow. You got to go this way. You can't go this way. But more than likely to a point of which you can't steal anything because they'll charge you for everything. Similar to, you can't really steal gas because you got to pre-authorize your credit card. Mm-hmm. So when you, much like the shopping carts at Walmart's charging you $1 to borrow now, to $1 to rent.
Aldi does?
Yeah.
You put the quarter in?
Lidl. I'm not sure which one it is.
No, not Lidl, Aldi's.
Okay.
But then you get your quarter back when you put the cart back, I think.
Yeah, you could go to the register too and just ask them for a quarter. They'll give it to you.
Or a cart.
Yeah, so, but either way, they're going to charge you for it. So I think, again, this is just my idea. Somebody actually said, Kevin, you pontificate too much.
Pontificate away, sir.
Look, if you don't think about what could possibly happen in the future, you're just like,
You're going to be
you're
bum
sitting
rushed.
duck.
Yeah.
So anyway, my thought, theory, possible, likely scenario could
Your
be
pontification.
a pre-authorization. If you're going to walk into the store, we're going to pre-authorize you for a few $100s. Well,
Ew.
here's the deal. You go fill up at a gas pump. If you ever notice, they're going to pre-authorize your
$100
car
now.
for $100. But during the summer, past summer,
Like $150
when the
and
price
$2.
of the gas went up, they started pre-authorizing higher amounts. Mm-hmm. And if you've ever filled up at a truck stop with bulk diesel, then they pre-authorize $300. Mm-hmm. So I wouldn't be surprised if you start getting pre-authorized to walk through the door to help them mitigate their loss.
How does that work for EBT people?
It doesn't. Look,
It's a card too, though, right?
Yeah, but
it
it doesn't. Well, I take that back.
Or you think it'll make you swipe that and then a regular
I
credit
take that
card
back
too?
because Walmart has actually Walmart is working with Instacart and EBT and SNAP food benefits to allow for online food delivery and things like that. So they may be taking that into consideration, especially with people saying that Walmart is subsidized by the government. But at the end of the day, I would say that EBT, low income, welfare, food stamps, government assistance, government aid, stimulus, and things like that, they are very low on Walmart's list as far as a priority.
Walmart's stupid then, because who do they think their main consumer base is?
Right, but they're not, because Walmart, in my opinion, businesses are going to support businesses, and Walmart is looking to get out of that business of the B2C and move more to B2B and sell the data, monetize the data. Sell their tech, sell their AI.
So you need to make sure that your customers have money to spend at other places. And the easiest way to do that is to ensure that they aren't EBT recipients? Like, that's how it sounds.
Well, we can talk about that in a future video. If you guys want us to deep dive into that, comment down below. But Walmart, again, I've got another video sitting on deck that I'm trying to bring to you guys soon. But Walmart is actually selling their tech. I'll see if I got a picture here so I can show you guys what they're doing. So Walmart strikes a deal with Salesforce to sell more of its tech to other retailers. And it says that Walmart is shopping an unexpected product, which is their technology. So basically what Walmart, in my opinion, is doing, in addition to Walmart Health, Walmart is trying to get out of the traditional B2C retail space, and they're trying to move more to B2B, to sell bigger price tags on the tech and R&D that they've developed to other businesses and make their money there, perhaps moving on to healthcare and getting access to Medicare, Medicaid, and insurance.
For those who don't know, B2C means business to consumer. Is that correct?
B2C is business consumer.
Okay. And
Yeah.
B2B is business to business.
Right.
Okay.
So, yeah, they're still going to want the customer sales, but they're probably going to want them to be online and not in the stores. They're looking to mitigate their loss and their risk while finding more and more ways to diversify their income, with this being one of them, as well as all the others that I've mentioned and I listed, and several others that we don't even know about yet. It's just, again, it's about diversity, security, and cash flow. And that's what they're going to do. And I hope that's what you guys are doing too. I lost my spot.
It's probably somewhere in there.
But it says here that finding the underlying reason a particular group of shoppers bought or didn't buy a given product is what they're after. They want to know more about the customer and the consumer, and also ways to manipulate and force sales. We're certainly providing a wealth of data elements that suppliers never had access to before. That should be alarming in itself. But hey, I just wanted to bring this to you guys so that you were aware about a lot of the changes that are going on with Walmart, besides the stores closing, besides the huge amounts of theft, but really some of these inner workings that are happening behind the scenes that are a really big deal about the future of these retailers, the future of shopping, the future of you being a consumer, and really, more importantly, the future of you having a job. Because basically everything that I've described is Walmart pulling out of that space and moving more towards fewer employees, more AI and technology. And if you're going to want to secure your future in that role, in that space, then you're probably going to have to get more involved heavily with tech, or potentially sign up for Walmart Spark or something like that, or maybe a security guard. I don't know. But it's just writing on the wall. We'll see. Time will tell. If my channel is still around by the time that happens, I will be sure to report back and let you guys know where we are. But I'll continue to monitor these updates as they come along. But this is stuff, in my opinion, that doesn't really hit mainstream media.
Yeah.
That if you don't pay attention to it, and if you don't analyze it to try to understand it, it's really going to catch you off guard. But again, we still have the concern of your own personal data that they're collecting and now selling and monetizing. So let me know what you guys think about that. Thanks, Scroll Tribe, for joining me.
Hey, you're welcome.
I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.